Man, here it is. I've been wanting to ride it, a 2024 Kawasaki Z650-RS. It's going to get my vote for one of the best beginner bikes. Stay with me. You don't want to miss this one. Man, the first thing you'll notice is this super cool display here. Let's get it started. The kickstand is up. You don't have to pull in the clutch. We'll go over some specs and facts about this bike. This is a 650. Man, what a year we've had, all of us together. We just went over the 1.5 million views mark. Huge thank you to Plano, Kawasaki, Suzuki, AJ, Mike Cannon, Larry. Everybody has just reached out to me. They want y'all to see these videos. That way, if you have any questions, they can answer them. The first thing I can tell you is, man, this is super comfortable. I think I'm not even leaned over 1 degree. It's just basically straight up, which you could change if you wanted to unbolt these and move the bars further back or further forward. But anyways, you do have a gas gauge on here. You have your coolant temperature. This does have Kawasaki traction control. I'll tell you the neat thing about this. Now they've got the Kawasaki 500 Ninjas and the Z500s, which I've got videos of all those. Man, I remember when I wanted one of those Thunderbirds. But anyways, the brakes are super predictable. This is not a sport bike, so you definitely don't want to take it to the track, but I will tell you, it is super confidence inspiring. We'll hit our blinker there. Push it to the left, push it in to cancel. Here we go. It does have a slipper clutch, which makes it extremely easy. I'll try and demo that up here. Let's let it warm up for just a second. The red line is 10,000 RPM. Make sure I'm getting this in the viewfinder. Yep, we are. Red line is 10,000 RPM. It being a US bike, you get mile per hour and kilometers on the speedometer dial. The thing that's super cool about this bike is it is basically a Z650, which I've done a video on that one as well. If you look through my first rides, this is basically a 650 in a retro style. But man, the first thing I can tell you is it's just so easy to ride. It's got a 31.3 inch seat height. This would probably be a little bit better bike if you knew you were going to have a passenger riding all the time, because it's got the back seat. But with the slipper clutch and with the 650, if you were to dump the clutch at a red light, and I'll do that to demonstrate it, it's just going to kill it. So it's nothing to be scared of. This is a 410-pound bike, and the seat is 31.3, which I think I just said that, but it's very easy. It's very lightweight. 410 pounds is pretty light for a motorcycle. This thing makes about 68, I believe it's 60, oh yeah, 68 horsepower, and it scoots too. It just scoots. But anyways, what a fun bike to ride or for a beginner to get on. It's the 500s, of course, are excellent bikes as well. But this is, let's adjust those mirrors. Man, you can see out the mirrors great. I didn't adjust that, starting the ride. Let's lug it here. Let's put it up in fifth and just kind of lug it. It's at like 3,500 RPM. And you can see the speedometer picking up. So it's got plenty of torque. The horsepower numbers are, I believe it's 68 to 70 horsepower, 68 to 71 horsepower. And I believe that does it all by 8,500 RPM. Your torque numbers, I believe, are 58 to 61 foot-pounds of torque, and that happens by, I believe it's 6,500. But man, what a comfortable bike. I mean, it's so just so easy to ride. But it does have an economy mode, which that shows you, I don't know if you can see it there, but it does show you that the bike is getting the best economy. This bike supposedly gets 65 miles to the gallon. It does have a 3.3 gallon fuel tank. Also some other specs. It has two 36 millimeter throttle bodies on it, which are actually bigger throttle bodies. I believe the Z900, like this style, has 32 millimeter throttle, but you can hear it sucking. And this is a fun bike, man. This is a fun bike. Kawasaki has got a $500 incentive on this bike. And why? Well, I guess they know their numbers better than I do, I'm sure. But we're going to take a ride here. Also, it has 5.5 to 5.3 inches of travel. So I'm a 30-inch inseam, and I'm trying to say I'm flat-footed. Yes, I'm flat-footed. Your feet are directly under your hips. It's a very relaxed, comfortable riding position. And I'm going to get up here and show you some more about the bike. But man, this bike is just fun. The brakes are real good right out of the box. Nothing that's going to throw you over the handlebars. Turn that blinker off. You push it in to turn it off. You got 4 ways right there. That's your 4-way switch. Your horn. This is your selector button that'll show you different modes. I better turn those off because somebody will think I'm a whack job riding around with my flashers on, which I probably am a whack job. But anyways, let's go over here. I'm going to jump off and show you some stuff. Why do I think this is one of the best beginner bikes? The 500s are really the best beginner bikes. The 500 Ninjas, the Z500s that Kawasaki make. Anything under 600, and this is actually 600, and I believe it's 49cc. So it's 650cc basically. And it makes real good horsepower. You've seen that a while ago. I'm going to pull up here. Watch these brakes. Just watch them. I mean, it's super predictable. Now, if you were going 100 miles, oh man, that neutral is real easy to get into. Let's put the kickstand down here. Everything is super simple. Let's go over this dash display. Let me get that in there. So you have Kawasaki traction control. There's actually 3 levels of it. There's the first one, stumbling my words here. You can turn it off, so there's 2, and you can have the second selection. This bike does have ABS. If you want to check your average mile per gallon, you will hit the selector down, I believe it is. Mile per gallon US. Oh, this is the odometer. This bike has 3 miles on it. Range is 104 miles. It's reported that this bike will go 200 miles on the 3.5 gallon fuel tank because it's 65 miles to a gallon. And I've done some research, and that's what I get from numerous sources. But we'll hold that button down again. Average mile per gallon. Now, we just rode it pretty hard. I mean, we didn't take it to the red line. But the average so far is 33 miles a gallon. I've got to make sure I'm getting this in there. Yes, I'm getting it in there. I'm just crazy like that. So let's see here. There's your mile per gallon US. I guess that's your running while you're going down the road. Of course, we're not running. There's your range. We already seen that. The odometer, the trip A, trip B. And here's your fuel indicator, your temperature indicator, your gear indicator. This does have it can't count. It does have 6 gears. So, and I'll show that to you going back. But man, what a super cool bike. Let's get off of it here and walk around it real quick, and I'll show you some things that stick out to me. This bike is beautiful, okay? This is a $9,500 bike. The only thing different from the Z650 and this bike is this cover. The Z650, and I'll show you a picture of that. You should be seeing it. The Z650, let me put this lid up. It's pretty warm here in Texas. It does have your sight glass for your oil. Everything is super simple. Your oil filter is right down there at the bottom. Hope you can see that. It has dual rotors in the front, 300 millimeter rotors with Nissan calipers. Everything on this bike is LED. I will show you. So let's say you were a 28-inch inseam. You've got about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of gap here, so you can loosen these, slide your forks up. Of course, you would give that up down here. It's got about 5.3, 5.5 inches of suspension travel. It does come with a 1-year warranty. These are powder coated wheels with this beautiful silver stripe. I hope you can see that. 200 millimeter, I think that's 220, 240 millimeter back rotor with your hydraulic brake. Everything on this bike is LED, and I'm going to show you here. All the blinkers are LED, so you're not going to be bulbs breaking a year later. The back tail light is LED. But look at this bike, man. This is a cool bike. Look at this headlight. This is actually a retro motorcycle. This bike is $95.99, but they're selling it now. There's a $500 incentive from Kawasaki to sell these, and that's Kawasaki money. That has nothing to do with the dealer, so they're going to take that off. It's just like they're getting paid. They can save you some money. And anyways, but look at this headlight, LED headlight. Let's put it on high beam. Your high beam would be here. Flash to pass would be there. I'm going to show you this flash to pass. I hope you can see that. Let's turn it on high beam. This is a sexy looking bike. But look at that. It's kind of tinted, the top half of this headlight. It just looks super cool. The brake levers and the clutch levers are adjustable. Make sure I'm getting that in there. So you can bring those out, or you can bring them back. You see it moving back. So you can get your fingers on the perfect spot. They usually come pretty good straight out of the box. There's your flash to pass for your high beam. Turn that off. Let's do this. You can see on my hand, I'm hitting the button. That will flash your headlight. Adjustable brake levers here. But look at this bike. Everything's super simple. It's a $9,500, $9,600 bike. They're $9,100, I believe, with the $5,000. That'll get me thrown out of the dealership. $500 incentive right now. And Kawasaki, they've got all this stuff in stock. They're the nation's biggest Kawasaki, Suzuki, Aprilia dealer, and Vespa. So their phone number is 972-422-4111. Look at this gray. That's just like a vivid black right there. But man, for $9,000, how are you going to beat it? I would probably change the pipe out, put a little bit louder pipe. It still doesn't sound bad. It's got your swing arm spools where you could put the spools in it and put a stand under it in the back tire, and the bike would stand straight up. But look at it. It's just super cool. Pinstriped, factory paint pinstripe, I believe. Let me see. Yep. I don't feel any edges, so I believe it is. But black and silver rims with the silver outlining. But man, this is an awesome bike. Uh-oh. Bless their heart. I hope they're okay, whoever it is. But anyways, man, thank y'all so much for riding with me. I'm going to have a huge ride tomorrow, an epic ride that we're doing from Plano, Kawasaki. Probably be, I don't know, 75 to 200 riders there. So it'll be interesting to watch. Anyways, you'll see the people that are really riding these. But man, if you got anything from it, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you. Leave a comment if I got anything wrong or you just want to talk. Here's your rear reservoir so you can check that level. Just super simple. I mean, it does have this bigger back seat. Like I was saying earlier, if you're going to carry a passenger. So, but all the pinstripes are under the clear coat. That Kawasaki, but look, oh cool, I see that. That little Z badge right there. That's neat. But look at this. It's been sitting here idling. There's your temperature gauge, your fuel gauge. It's got your time. And man, thank y'all for riding with me. We'll catch you on the next one.